How old were you when you started playing softball?
My first memory of me playing softball, I would say I was either 5 or 6. Yeah, I started pretty young, but it was called like T-ball back then.
There were other sports that Kayla Fekel enjoyed, but softball became her passion. As a high school pitcher in Northern Virginia, Fekel pitched a perfect game in the playoffs and won a state title her junior year. But success on the field was interrupted by a torn right ACL before her final season.
Here we go. That's it. Those arms straight.
She attacked rehab and recovery with a determination that allowed her to come back and toss one pitch on senior day. Once her high school career was over, the highly recruited pitcher made NC State her next destination.
Everyone just tells you, like, the advice is to pick a place that feels like home and a place you'll know you love, and Raleigh always just felt like that place. So that's how I ended up from Northern Virginia to Raleigh.
As a Wolfpack freshman in 2024, Fekel had a 3-0 record in 15 appearances with 22 strikeouts in 31 innings.
It's a big-time strikeout.
It was good. I mean, I obviously wish for a little bit more, but I feel like it's every freshman. But also, I was just so blessed for the opportunity to even play my freshman year. I feel like coming in, there's a lot of weight and nervousness to, like, perform or just, like, to prove yourself.
The goal heading into her second season, build on the first. But then came another medical setback in January 2025.
After practice was finished, we had conditioning and we were running sprints on the turf, and I remember I was feeling good. I was like, wow, I feel really great.
She was doing a conditioning drill, which she'd done a billion times.
So we were on the second set, and I remember I was trying to just like beat the people next to me, and I went to go touch the 20 with my foot, my left foot.
It was just kind of a freak accident where she did a plant and twist, and her cleat kind of got caught in the turf and resulted in her tearing her ACL and her medial meniscus.
I like heard it pop and I felt it, and this time it was really different because it hurt. Like, my first time it didn't hurt at all, and that kind of scared me, and I was really nervous because I knew what it was right away, but also like that moment is so special to me because I remember just like crying and screaming for Logan, and out of nowhere, I just feel someone like grab my hand. It was Coach Cass, and she just started praying over me.
I just slowly walked up to her, and I just remember kneeling down to her and trying to remind her that the Lord goes before us, and He goes with us, and He goes behind us.
And that really meant a lot to me because I felt so weak and vulnerable, and there was just a lot of emotions racing through my mind. But to know that I had a coach who wanted what's best for me and just started praying over me meant the world to me. And then my whole teammates, like all of them, were circling around me and they were just praying over me. And it was a really special moment, even though it was a hard moment.
Maybe a 10-minute interim of like processing, and then she was fully composed, and I would say standing with her, and they took her, you know, to the ortho. Within an hour or two, she had already made up her mind, like, I can do this, I can do it again.
She probably gave herself 24 hours to be sad and upset, and after that, it kind of turned into determination.
Getting the surgery is more painful than actually tearing it itself for me. And I think that's what I was nervous for, because it hurt this time, so I was like, oh my goodness, it's gonna hurt that much worse after. But in the grand scheme, I just knew that Logan was gonna be with me to push me, but also to support me.
How lonely can rehab be?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely some challenging moments because you are away from the team. Like, even though I'm out there with them, I'm not doing the things that they're doing. And sometimes it's hard because I feel kind of distanced from the team, but not by anyone's doing. It's just like I physically can't do the running that they were doing because I wasn't cleared yet. And that can be challenging, but it's also rewarding because I'm able to like take a step back and like watch my teammates.
Here we go! Yeah, right, yeah, church, here we go.
changing the perspective of like, oh, I'm so lonely, like this is so sad, like no one's with me, like to how can I cheer my teammates on? Like how do I turn this into a situation that's not only good for me but good for my teammates?
The Biodex is not a fan favorite for people with torn ACLs or anyone coming back from a knee injury that has to do it. We use it as a tool to know when we're able to progress an athlete to different stages of rehab and how to safely progress them back into sport.
Go. One. Come on, let's go. Two. Good job. All the way in, all the way in, all the way in. Good job.
It's just very mentally challenging, I would say, but also you try and play that game like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, like it's just a test, but also it's the test that lets you be able to move on to the next step. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, this is the test to conquer. Those experiences of not passing the Biodex when I wanted to forced me to be okay with the process, and that's the whole point of recovering from an injury, like having joy in the journey, and even though some days are harder than others, like it's all gonna pay off.
I would print out her Biodex reports and she has them all hung up in her room so she can kind of every day see that and know the goal that she's working towards.
At first I never wanted to see him because I didn't like my numbers, so I never wanted to see again, and I was like, no, I need to switch my mindset, like this is a good thing, it's gonna push me and I'm gonna defeat it. And I would hang all of them on my bathroom door. I would highlight my deficit and my strength. So if it was a deficit, I highlighted it in yellow. And then if it was a strength, like something I grew in, I highlighted it in green. And if it was a number that I really liked, like a PR, I highlighted it in orange. And I was just like visualizing myself being able to pass the test. I took my Biodex on December 1st, the first day of the month. And I passed. I was so excited. I started crying, tears of joy. Logan was crying, like we were just hugging, and it was just a really special moment.
Day by day, week by week, month by month, the incremental steps of rehab were made to the point that Kayla could suit up and practice again. Oh, did she appreciate that opportunity.
I think it started from the moment in the locker room when I was able to put the socks on and the pants and just my practice shirt, and it was like, wow, like this is really happening. And then like tying up my cleats, like wow, like every moment is just a moment of gratitude.
To get back on the mound and throw a full pitch in a real game and to be able to compete, I think there's freedom in it. I think it's a testament to, that's why you start doing it in the first place, right? As a little girl, it's because you just love it.
Have you allowed yourself to think what it will be like to pitch again?
I've thought about it 1,000 times. Like I've imagined every single scenario, and I honestly thought, okay, I'm putting so much pressure in like what I want it to be like that I don't need to have expectations or pressures.
So regardless of the success or failures to come, because there will be both for her, there's an influence of leadership that she would never have without this story.
I'm just grateful that I can go out there and play. Because this time last year, that wasn't a reality, and now it is. And I just think that goes to show like how much your life can change in a year. I'm just very thankful for the opportunity that I have. And I need to just be free. Like I've been set free, I've grown, I've taken all these challenging times, and I'm a better person, I'm a stronger person. And I know that's gonna carry out with me on the field.
Well, there will be a new pitcher for NC State.
The final hurdle was cleared in the home opener on February 17th. Kayla Fekel returned to the circle for the first time since April 24th, 2024. 664 days, one batter, one out, one comeback complete.
And that's a fly out for Fekel, who is making her first appearance since 2024 after missing last season due to injury. And she gets a big hug to celebrate the end of the frame.
There was never a day in my mind that I thought that I would hang up my cleats until like I was done graduated, like I had graduated. And so everyone's always like, oh, why don't you just like, you know, quit or just call it? And I'm like, no, it's never been a thought in my mind. Like, yeah, this is gonna be hard, and I know some days are really gonna not be fun, but also there's so much rewarding in the fact of like, you go through the hard days to have your good days. Like if there were no hard days, there would be no good days.